and my conclusion about the downward opportunity that will probably be fatal. AI podcast. I was in London for a couple of hours and I've flown to New York and I'm here for 24 hours and I'm flying back to London. Early morning start today, 5 a.m. on my way to a place called Walton on Thames to shoot a campaign with Vodafone. Vodafone have been a good partner of mine over the last couple of years. And one of the campaigns I do with them is I go into small businesses and offer those small businesses support and advice. And we put in one of Vodafone's V-Hub experts into that business to support them on a critical business challenge. That's what I'm doing today. I've loved my partnership with Vodafone. The people are just the best there. And it's just the start of my relationship with Vodafone. So I'm very excited to show you more about what we're doing for small business owners in the UK. Filming a campaign with Vodafone, super exciting. Let's keep Amelia's business going. I'm going to donate £10,000. I'm not going to tell her. The link is in the description below.
This time we have a lovely guy called Joe. Joe has a juice company. He travels around London, delivering them to businesses. But the main focus of this episode really is cybersecurity.
We got hacked as well one day and had all of our clients sent very abusive emails, and that cost us about 30% of our business. If I text someone in my team now saying, hey, can I have a password? They would say, prove it's you. Which means that we got to go through a process. I video call them. It is frustrating. I ask Jack for something and he goes, prove it's you. And we're on WhatsApp. I'm like, no, and I'm on like a plane. And he's like, video call me now. And he won't. And like, it's frustrating, but I also thank the team and I highlight when we follow that process. But I always say to founders, if today was the day that you found out you were hacked, what are you going to wish you did in hindsight? And whatever that is, do it now. Because I swear to you, on the day when it happens, you go, oh, fuck, I just wish I had boom, 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 boom. And today is your opportunity to actually do that. I'm here in Walton on Thames to meet Joe, who runs Medusa, because he sent Vodafone Business this SOS.
My name is Joe Roberts Walker, and I absolutely love juice. Things I love about my business is that I get to deliver to our clients who have become friends. Yeah! First of all, if you want to grab an apron and just whack that one on.
We should do that again.
Do it again. Put that up.
You're fine.
When we're juicing, we've got to wear a hairnet, so just got to make sure we have that covered. Fluttering. How do I look?
Yeah, you look okay. How do I look?
You look fantastic.
Still got a bit of hair floating out.
What my fringe. So this business was started in my dad's kitchen.
What did your dad do?
So my dad's a decorator. Well, he's a painter and decorator. Has always supported me, I think, from the first decision to start my own business. He believed in me to be able to do it.
I can feel that it means much more to you than just a business.
Yeah, I mean, it does. It means everything to me. For my family. It all starts for me. My brother sadly passed away 7 years ago, and I think I made that promise to him that I would, go and live a life that he couldn't live, do some of the things he couldn't do. And when you're working 22-hour shifts 3 days in a row, people ask you what drives you on. Sometimes it is the memory of those people, and they're sort of that in your heart is what gives you that drive. And knowing that they would be proud of what you're doing is something that brings me a lot of drive.
You mentioned your brother. Older brother, younger brother?
Older brother.
I've got two older brothers. Him passing away, that changes your perspective, you said?
Yeah, changes everything. My life is very much pre and post James's passing. When we shoot social media content, my baby niece often features. Whenever we post baby Ren, everyone loves her. She's just so adorable. It was one of those moments hit me when I was making this video. I started crying my eyes out because I was like, both her and this business were two things that weren't apparent around when he was here. There's more to life after grief, you can do your best to always be there, but you can do your best to change your life and find happiness.
I'm sure he'd be proud of you.
Yeah, thanks.
He'd be very proud of you. Good. Let's take a sec.
I'm very proud of it, so that's what it is. It's nothing to tell a story. And when there are those things I don't want to do, and I don't want to come to the kitchen when it's -4 and make juice, or when it's 30 degrees in this kitchen, I'm sweating and I really don't want to be here. I know what I'm doing, and it gives me focus, it gives me drive. I just know that he would love this. He would absolutely love it. I don't know. I never know if he liked the juice. Because I can't imagine I'm not sure he'd be so keen on the ginger. I just know that he'd be so proud. He was like one of the people that's proudest of me. He'd be just delighted for me.
What does this business mean to you?
Do you know what? I've lost one son, James, who's the apple of my eye, and I've got Joe. I said to Joe, do you know what? If I die and I leave all my money, I won't see this. So while I'm here, I'm going to give everything I can to make him successful. And that's it. And I absolutely adore him, and everything he does is just part of me, part of James.
I can see in your face how proud you are.
I'm really proud.
Yeah.
Proud of everything he does. He's a lovely lad.
From the father's eyes,
Yeah.
what's been the most sort of difficult period in the establishment and growth of this business, in your view?
I think probably destroying my kitchen at home. Watching my house, inch by inch, be destroyed.
That's it. Right, knock this up. Perfect.
Thank you so much. No, it's so nice to hear what you've done, and it's inspiring to me because I'm gonna have kids one day, and hearing that the belief part is maybe the most important part of the whole success equation. And for me, it's really inspired me. You realise that I think sometimes the parent's job is just it's not to pull, it's to just push. It's the support at the end of the day that
exactly
can make all the difference. So. Some top line idea things that I've been thinking about. The tip of the iceberg that everyone can see, the trailers, the thumbnails, what we do, people can copy that stuff. The more stuff we build for ourselves that is defensible, that creates more of a moat around what we do, the better. The thing I was thinking about is I was reading this book called The Innovators Dilema. Why things fail, why great companies fail that are leading in markets and why they don't. This is my picture of what it used to look like if you had a storage disk. It was this massive 2 foot long thing, and it could store about 50 megabytes. What they basically say is that every company faces an upward opportunity and a downward opportunity. An upward opportunity is really obvious. The upward opportunity is doing the thing you're currently doing now, but doing more of it. I'm in the horse business back in 19 whatever. What are my customers asking for? Better horses. The upward opportunity, which is super clear, because all your customers are asking it, you can forecast the next year's revenues based on it because you understand the economics, make the thing you're doing better. They call this sustaining innovation. The thing that kills you is the downward opportunity. No one's saying, I want a car. And when the car is introduced, it's worse. It's way more expensive, it's way slower. The whole point here is what is the downward opportunity that we're ignoring because it makes no sense? And my conclusion about the downward opportunity that would probably be fatal for us, but just more generally for the whole industry, is AI podcasts. No podcast is going to start launching AI podcasts. The test is basically one podcast. We just make a podcast, we pick a topic, and we get AI to write the script, to make the voice, publish it to the App Store, and then we can look at the retention. Simple test to run. God, wouldn't that be easier? Do you know what I mean, though? Do you know what I mean, though? Exactly. It's a completely different game. I want to test where we are in the exponential curve of development of podcasts written in voice by AI, and then as the secondary experiment is the concept of personalized podcasting. Thing number one is the retention when it's AI speaking the same as humans? Do people really care? Let the podcast run for 1 week or 2 weeks, and if the retention shows that people are listening in the same way that we would kind of anticipate, there's 50 to 80% retention rate on average, and we've got some mechanism to grow the thing in a cost-effective way. And what if it has 10,000 weekly downloads, and the number is not dropping, and the retention is okay? For me, that's
a brief point. Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yep.
Because I go, that is free. No studio, no fucking negotiations with anybody. I can do that in Japan, I can do that in Australia, sat in my boxer shorts. We could get so far ahead with that someone comes along and they want to buy that business. Some media all goes fucking on the future of like news and podcasting is no studio, no host. I can't, for the life of me, debunk it. The last couple of days have been pretty crazy. Then I was in London for a couple of hours and I've flown to New York and I'm here for 24 hours and I'm flying back to London. So as you can imagine, my heart rate variability and my recovery scores are pretty messed up right now. But empathy for oneself, doing one's best. Today's meeting was important, so that's why I flew into New York to join Georgie and CB, who are running my new company, Flight Studio, where we're building the world's biggest podcasting network. Because today's meeting was with the Obama's team. And we were talking about a partnership that you'll probably be hearing about at some point in the future. But either way, super exciting. They're incredible people. Obviously, Barack Obama, I think I was 14 or 15 years old back in Plymouth when President Obama was inaugurated. And I remember crying, watching the screen in my older brother's bedroom because he's black and because of what it meant to America and all of those things. And to be in rooms, not with him, he's not here, but to be in the room with his team talking about business with him and his team is incredible, and it's humbling, and it's one of those crazy privileges of life. So yeah, what am I going to do now? Sometimes you just need to get away from the screen. I've been looking at the screen a little bit too long today, so going to go for a little walk, come back in and crack on again. Yeah, so I wanted to chat to you guys before we meet in person. With this proposition, more than other propositions that I'm faced with, I know the time commitment that you want. The broader challenge of like launching the Flight Studio business, the Flight Talent business, means that I have to add extra weight to my time. And when I look at this as a proposition, like as the months have rolled on, and as I've gained clarity on the fact that I'm about to launch a really big media company, I put more value on my time, basically. The actual biggest cost to me is actually time. And this is me just being honest, like, I have no time. And this is like an increasing pressure. If things carry on at the same rate of trajectory in terms of as they are going in my life, I know that the time commitment 1 year from now, I'm going to value probably like 5x what I value it today. And it's just a time allocation thing. I'm trying to be really sensible with myself. I think that's just a conversation we needed to have to conclude these talks. Speak to you in a bit. Thank you. Bye-bye. Busy couple of hours here in New York City. Landed yesterday, flying back out to London today. Lots of exciting meetings with lots of exciting people, most of which I can't tell you about. But then in the downtime, working between all of my different companies in the Flight group. So Flight Story, Flight Fund, Flight Media, Flight Studio, which we'll talk about at some point in the future, and a few other flights that I've been working on while I'm out here. There's this meme that someone sent me recently, and it perfectly summarizes how I feel at the moment. Creatively over-inspired.
Welcome to Manchester United Daily, the ultimate podcast for all things Manchester United as they happen. In today's episode, we'll cover the truth of Sheikh Jassim dropping out of the Manchester United bidding war was never close to becoming the filings all of the United sale.
So early as well.
Ratcliffe gradually increased.
So cool. Fly safe, okay? See you tomorrow.
See you. And how long have you been here?
Got in last night.
No jet lag? Was that Davos? Were you at Davos?
Yeah, I was in Davos. Have you gone before?
No, I've not. No, but a lot of people that I'm trying to do business with at the moment have like taken the week off That's the only reason I know that it's happening, really.
I had a lunch with a group of CEOs and Will I Am talking about AI.
Will is one hell of a character.
I've never seen anyone's mind work like that before.
So true. He describes it to me like a sponge that he just has to keep squeezing. Even if the stuff coming off it is bad, he's like, I just got to keep squeezing it. I'm not doing it for anyone else. Nice analogy for creativity. The necessary journey towards creating anything great, which is creating a lot of bad stuff. When you think about it, it's actually the process of creation, not the result that is paramount. So
this is one of my favorite findings on original thinkers.
Yeah.
They have more bad ideas than the rest of us.
Thank you so much.
Thank
These
you.
Wonderful people have been watching upstairs.
If I knew there was an audience, we would have engaged.
It was a charity auction they won to be here.
Congratulations. And condolences. You could have had a different guest.
Have I got a shit signature or a good one? I'm asking for advice.
I think when you do it in person it's good, but the one in the book isn't as good as your real life one.
This is my signature. I did this when I was 12. So it starts with a pound sign because I was so obsessed with getting rich.
Right.
But you can't really see that it's a pound sign. It goes like that, and then I do the B, Bartlett, cross, and then I always do 3 kisses.
Oh, yep.
That's my signature.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you ever had it analysed, you know?
Well, I don't think it's just narcissists. I was like, obsessed with money, shallow.
Welcome to the Manchester United FC podcast, your daily source for all the latest updates, transfer rumours, match analysis and club developments. This AI-driven show caters to the passionate fan base of one of the world's most popular and storied football clubs. Stay up to date with everything happening at Old Trafford.
So me and Charles have been talking and working on a few exciting things for a couple of weeks now. We're messing around with AI podcasting to see if it's effective. Obviously, there's always a disruptor in every industry, and I think the disruptor in the podcasting industry might just be AI, and Charles very much feels the same way. So just so it doesn't look like So we're running some experiments to figure out if AI podcasts are something that we can make work. We're running this separate from the Diary of a CEO team just to keep everyone's mind clear and focused on what they're doing, and we'll see if it works. And if it works, then it'll become a bigger business. We basically only need to get one good one. Get one good one of like great, good sounding podcast content's good, something that we see retention data that people are listening to. Yeah. And then everything is go. But it's just me getting to a point of conviction where
that it works.
That it works. Like,
I get it, because I can see it working, but for now there's still a little. Okay.
Do you know what it's worth us doing? It's worth us setting out now what we think success looks like in terms of what metric we would consider to be success. Mm-hmm. If we can get something to 50% of the moment retention, then that for me is massive success. That for me is all guns blazing.
So one of the 5, at least one of the 5.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if it does that retention for 2 episodes in a row, then that for me is a blazing success.
Noted.
On 3 episodes.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to delete everything that I've made for Man United.
Also, I think that's good.
Start from scratch.
Yeah.
So we'll try 5 of them. I just want to make sure that you line on this. I'll start Man United one more time from scratch. Yeah. Every day. Yeah. I'll target 7 to 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. The first episode I thought was good.
The first episode was good.
It was good because it was what I want as a fan. It was news I didn't know. It was quick. It was concise.
Exactly.
The other one I heard was there were some mistakes in it, but he was like cracking jokes. I don't want jokes from AI.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It tries to be funny sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not. No. Okay. I'll get started. Cool. I'll find someone and let's go. Let's do it.
Looking forward to it.